Alright, this is John Cole with OKRaw.com through another exciting episode for you. In this episode, we're going to give you guys an untrunking. And yeah, that's like an unboxing, but we're untrunking my car to show you guys all the amazing deals I got at the Los Angeles Wholesale Produce Terminal this time. And to let you guys know that I've been on a plant-based, raw, vegan diet, if you want to classify me in a box. That being said, I'm not a big fan of labels personally, but what I would tell you is that I eat, the majority of my diet is fresh fruits and fresh vegetables, raw and as minimally processed as possible. And so I eat lots of produce. Produce is the number one thing I eat, fruits and vegetables, and as you'll see, I have lots of fruits with some vegetables, but more importantly, I'll show you guys at the end all the stuff that came off top of all these fresh fruits and vegetables are my plants, and then we'll even give you guys a short tour of my garden to show you guys how many vegetables I really eat, because I think the vegetables are really underrated on a raw foods diet, raw vegan diet, and most people eat far too much fruit. And hey, I love fruit, I'm not gonna bash fruit, but you guys need to get enough vegetables in, or in the long term, your long run health success and long term outcomes, in my personal opinion, are not going to be as good as somebody that eats a lot higher quantity of vegetables. And also, this video is for you guys that like, oh, I can't eat raw vegan because it's too expensive. You guys got to do the work, do the legwork. If you don't have a produce terminal near you, I've visited many around the country. They're in some major cities. Do a Google search for them. I've been to many around the country and make videos when I go. If you live in the Los Angeles area or even just a few hours away, I'd recommend driving there, link down below. I save lots of money, but besides just saving money and getting good deals, I can now able to eat a wider variety of produce and have access to things that money can't buy in my city. So I literally drive 4 hours to get to the wholesale produce terminal so that I could secure and source foods, number one, for the best price, number two, high quality, because they're basically literally just off the truck, just in from the farm. I get to buy it fresh, lower prices, and a wider diversity of foods so I could increase my microbiome. So let's share with you guys what I got this trip. All right, starting off, we got one case of these organic strawberries right here. These are Central West organic strawberries. These are actually grown in California. Actually, these are not from the produce terminal. They're actually from the 99 only store, or they're renaming themselves the 99. And these were actually $1 each, so it's like basically $8 for 8 little cartons of organic strawberries. I know if you guys are pricing strawberries near you, they might be $5.99 each, right? And $8 was cheaper than actually I found at the wholesale produce terminal just a few hours before, so I had to get one extra case to dollar cost. Coming out, of course, I got 3 cases of organic strawberries. Some places wanted 12, but I found a guy actually on Kohler Street who wanted $10 a case of organic strawberries. I basically got 3 cases. You know, I could freeze these, I could dry these for later. A lot of these I will eat fresh. Literally, I could just eat like 2 little cartons is one meal for me, and these are also product of the USA, so California grown. Another thing I want you guys to focus on a raw foods or even vegan diet, and even just standard conventional diet, are your berries. Eat your berries. I got the strawberries, but of course, also got some blueberries, and I encourage you guys to, you know, look at the labels and see where your food is being grown and try to buy food that is more local to you than being shipped from far away. In many cases, not always, it's going to be of higher quality. So these organic blueberries are a product of the US, probably from California, certified organic, and these are also from the 99 only store, or the 99 as they prefer to call it, and these were $1 each, so one case was $12. And actually these ones I was snacking on the way home on the drive, and these are actually quite good. They're quite sweet and really delicious. I love them so much. But the other thing I got before I found those guys for 12, I found these organic Driscoll's blueberries from Chile, but these ones were cheaper. That case was 12. This case was only $8 for these blueberries, and that's an amazing deal. $8 for 12 cartons of blueberries. This is how you guys could eat nutrient-dense berries for really cheap. And I mean, I could polish off like 4 of these cartons, maybe even 5 cartons in one sitting. So these blueberries ain't gonna last too long or in my house. Now, some other berries I got, besides blueberries that I gotta eat sooner rather than later. You know, different berries will expire or keep longer than others. So the blueberries will actually keep the longest out of the berries you've seen so far. But these organic raspberries, which are from Mexico, expire the soonest. So these are organically grown in Mexico. And this case here was like $7 for the whole case of organic raspberries. I don't know if you guys go to Costco. These are like Costco sizes. One of these is usually $7. I got basically the whole thing for $7. Completely amazing deal on organic raspberries. And I'll be eating those first before the blueberries or the strawberries. After the raspberries, I'm going to focus on eating lots of strawberries because they're going to expire second, and then the blueberries last. Lots of more stuff coming out. Of course, we got a case of the yellow dragon fruit. So these yellow dragon fruit, there's 11 pieces in here. They look a little bit rough on the outside, but they're good on the inside. 11 pieces for $12. So that's basically around $1 each. All right, coming out next, we got this whole bag here. If I can hold it up, it's kind of heavy. Got a bag of 10 super huge coconuts in the husk. Reminds me of the olden days when I'd strap these guys onto the roof of my Jeep to bring them home. 10 coconuts in a bag in the full husk from Mexico. $25 for 10, so that's $2.50 each coconut, green coconut in the husk. I'm not eating coconut meat these days, unfortunately, due to my cholesterol, because it raised my cholesterol up. But I am drinking the water, and the water is one delicious electrolyte drink. All right, coming out next, we got a whole case of organic romaine hearts. Now, I don't really like eating this romaine too much. I will in a pinch, but I got lots of fresh leafy greens growing in my garden. But I like to use these guys. These are the 6-packs. You normally may find these at places like Costco for like $5 for a pack of 6 organic romaine hearts. But when you go to the produce room, you get better deals. So there's basically 7 packs of 6 romaines I got for $15. And all this romaine basically is going to get juiced into my green juice that I like to drink on a daily basis. I drink basically a quart of green juice a day. And well, this upcoming week, it's going to be based around romaine hearts as well as fresh greens picked from my garden. All right, green juice break time. Talk about green juice, got me really thirsty. This is like after water in the morning when I wake up. This is the first thing I drink, so this is the first thing I'm drinking today. Fresh green juice. This juice, actually last week's juice, I really couldn't source romaine hearts locally. So actually this is based around cucumbers and celery and fresh greens from my garden. A little bit of lemon, a little bit of ginger, and some green apples. Normally I make the apples. All right, next coming out, we got a whole case of 88 count of navel oranges right here. This box is heavy. It's probably like, I don't know, 40 pounds. I didn't even look at them yet, but basically, navel oranges, certified organic. Wow, I could smell the citrus scent. Not totally like number 1s, but I'd say number 2s. I mean, they're looking all right. But man, guess how much this case of oranges costs? Like 40 plus pounds. $14 for this case of juice oranges. Oh, there's a bad spot I'm gonna cut out. All this stuff will basically get juiced on up. Maybe I could even juice this with romaine. I like to juice it with the rind and all, but I remove this coloring of the skin to get as much white pith as possible, because the most nutrition in the orange is in the pith. And I like the navels. These are navels, California grown. A lot of organic oranges you may be finding is from Mexico, and they're picked just way too early. These are in decent shape. And then the navels have more pith, whereas you usually want the Valencias for juicing with like a press or a reamer style. The navels don't generally juice as well. They're not quite as juicy as Valencias, but the navels are healthier because they got more pith. Next coming out, we got a box of Baja Organics, greenhouse grown Persian cucumbers. I was stacking on these on the drive back just yesterday. These are amazing. Haven't gotten these in a while because the price has been kind of high. But basically this box is like 22 pounds of the Baja Organics Persian cucumbers for $20, less than $1 a pound. And actually, pretty much most of the produce I eat will be actually $1 a pound or less in many cases. These guys, you gotta watch your temperature when you keep them. You don't want to put cucumbers in the fridge if it's like in the 30s. It's way too cold. This is gonna go in my warmest fridge around 50 degrees. Keep the air nice and circulated, and they should last easily a few weeks. And of course, if they start going bad, I just start juicing them a lot faster. Normally these guys are so tender, so delicious, they don't have a bitter skin. I like to basically just make salads out of them, add them to salads, add them to soups, and just eat them raw. All right, coming out next, my favorite kind of bananas to eat. If I'm gonna eat them, these are dual organic baby bananas, one whole case right here. These are looking a bit rough. They had some like probably cold damage burn, plus they're overripe. But these are excellent dried, and a 15-pound box of baby bananas. You guys price these at the store. What are they, like $2 a pound, $1.50 a pound? Well, hey, 15-pound box of ripe baby bananas, $5, guys. 33 cents a pound, ching. For some really good eating bananas. I've kind of switched as much as possible to use these baby bananas, frozen baby bananas, in like, you know, to make frozen ice cream, just, you know, homogenized. I use the pure juicer grinder, you know, to make banana ice cream. It's so delicious, so much more than the standard traditional bananas because these are sweeter. And then also I find they have a more like creamy texture. Now we're in the trunk because I got space, clearing them out. All right, check it out, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys tell, this is one of my favorite fruits in the entire world, and no, it's not a sweet fruit. It's they're bell peppers. So these are organically grown, jumbo size bell peppers. Wow, and these are still cold, so I'm doing my good job storing them. These also should be stored in like the 50 degrees, 45 to 50. They don't like it too cold, or they will get cold damage and go bad a lot quicker than needed. That being said, I like the bell peppers because there's lots of airspace in there. So if I want to compress these a lot, I could just juice them. I'll suck the air out of the juice and the dissolved oxygen as well. And this stuff, the juice will store for about a week or so. But these guys were super cheap. I could not pass these up. You guys know if you go to price organic bell peppers at the store, you might get like, I don't know, a 3-pack for $5, or they're like $5 a pound. Bell peppers, here's the thing why these are more expensive than tomatoes. They take longer to grow and to ripen up than tomatoes. But the other thing you guys should know is that bell peppers are a lot more nutritious than tomatoes. Number one, they have less like overall water weight for the size, so they're more concentrated. Number two, these are probably one of the #1 fruits for vitamin C. Yes, even over the oranges, plus the carotenoids, because I got the orange ones, of course. I could have got the yellow ones for the same price, but they weren't looking quite as good a shape. And then the red ones were a lot more. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna skip the reds, which would be my first choice, but I got the oranges. And these cases, I mean, these are at least like, I don't know, 15, pushing maybe 18 pounds. They're by the count, not by the weight. But each one of these cases of organic bell peppers, guess how much? $10 each. So all this food was $40. These will get, some of them will get dried, and then I'll add them to like my sauces to basically pump up the flavor of my sauces, pump up the vitamin C content. Some of them will get juiced. I'll use the juice to make a raw soup, you know, and some of them will get added to my salads. Bell peppers are one amazing food, and actually bell peppers and other kinds of peppers that you guys could buy. And as you guys see, as much as I buy lots of fresh bell peppers to eat, you're gonna see the plants, and I got lots of pepper plants to grow in this upcoming season. So as much as I love my bell peppers, I also love tomatoes. We got some organic tomatoes, so I could round out my diet with some lycopene-rich fruits. This is a case of the organic tomatoes on the vine still. Look at these guys, and these guys actually last for me. Don't put them in the fridge. I just kind of keep them in this tray, and they'll get a little bit riper, turn a bit more red, especially some of these ones that are not quite ripe yet. And these will last easily like 3 weeks for me because they also haven't had cold damage before I bought them. But these guys, I mean, you guys know how much these guys cost, several bucks a pound. But this whole case of 11 pounds was only $10. So less than $1 a pound for organic tomatoes on the vine. So as much as I like those tomatoes for eating, I also saw this deal and I had to get these. These are actually greenhouse grown. You guys might have seen these at like Sam's Club, or maybe Costco might sell these. These are Howelling's brand greenhouse grown grape tomatoes, and they are grown responsibly, GMO certified, and they also use IPM, integrated pest management. So that means they try to use beneficial bugs instead of spraying chemicals. The US grown, You guys see these guys sell for what, like $6 each packet? I mean, this is like 2 pounds. So this is 2 pounds times 12. That's like 24 pounds of hothouse grown, US grown grape tomatoes. Guess how much these guys were? $12, $1 each one of these guys. And you know, I'm not special. These deals are available for you if you want to get out and walk the market, walk the wholesale produce terminal in the morning and find the good deals. You know, I go to several different areas of the produce terminal to find all the different deals I do. And of course, I only get the best deals and things that are going to help build me, my nutrition, as well as, you know, my dog Oakley, because he gets to eat a lot of this stuff too. In the form of my recipes that he loves. Interested in what my dog eats otherwise, link down below to the video on how I feed my dog. And so I was like thinking I was a little bit fruit deficient this trip. Yeah, I got lots of berries, you know, some oranges and stuff, so I got a few more fruits coming out. We got 2 cases of organic Bella mangoes. I did get a big case, like 48 count Bella mangoes like in December. I found these guys and they're like a lot larger. Some of the Bellas were good and some were not so good, but they're all, you know, decent. And these are Kents, of course, not the best kind. These are organic from Peru. These are looking a little bit rough, you know. The tip is if you start seeing spots on the mangoes, if you're paying full price, you definitely don't want to buy them. But I'm not paying full price. I paid $5 a case for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's less than $1 each for organic mangoes. Even if just 5 of these are good, that's still $1 each mango and for organic, and that's actually quite good. I'll probably start, some of these guys look like really nice and they'll be ripening up soon, so I'll be eating those really soon. I love my tropical fruits, you know, especially in this season, March, when the local fruits are not yet in season. They're almost here, and I can't wait for apricot and cherry season coming soon. All right, getting down to the end, I got 3 cases left. I guess I'll go with this case because it's easier to grab. We got a case of organic Dole bananas. Let's open this up. I haven't even looked at it yet. This is basically 40 pounds of actually ripe organic bananas. And you know, if you guys seen a lot of bananas, they might look a little bit gray in the store. That's because they got cold damage. It happens a lot during the winter time. These are not cold damaged. They're gonna ripen up fine. They're nice and yellow, almost ripe, ready to eat. I could dry these or freeze these, eat some fresh, give some to friends and family. Anyways, 40 pounds of organic bananas, $7, guys. Insane prices. I mean, it saves me money by buying in bulk, and plus, otherwise I wouldn't, if it wasn't this cheap, I probably wouldn't be buying standard organic bananas. I just got back from Puerto Rico and had some amazing local bananas there. And I mean, these bananas are picked green. Then they're gassed. Yes, even organic bananas are gassed to ripen up. And they just don't taste as good as the ones in the tropics. We're getting down to the end of the produce from the produce terminal, and this was the score, the deal. When I saw this, I was like so excited, like a kid in the candy store. Let's go ahead and pull these out. So we got not only just 1 case here, but we got 2 cases of the organic papayas. Look at that, organic papayas, Colima brand. The Colima brand was actually at Trader Joe's. So I was going through these cases like 2 weeks ago at Trader Joe's, buying 1 fruit for like $4, around $4 for 1 organic papaya. And it was actually quite good. And I had just gotten back from Puerto Rico, so I'm like, wow, these papayas are quite good for not even being in the tropics. And look at these. These are like the perfect ripeness. They're all nice and bright. They're not like green or even a little bit yellow. These are all in a nice ripening stage. Really good shape. Look at this. Starting to get to the point where you should eat this. It's nice and soft. So I'm gonna actually I'm gonna eat a couple of these today. But these organic papayas, and you can even smell the ripeness. They're so good. I can definitely give a thumbs up for these papayas for sure. Anyways, USDA organic, 1 case, and this is like that's like at least like 35 pounds, $18. And I was pricing non-organic papayas, and they're hovering around, you know, $18 to $20 for non-organic. So I got basically organic, case of organic papayas at the non-organic prices. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 papayas in here. Super cheap. And this is the fruit that I'll be savoring the most because it's extremely rare to get organic papayas. And if you find them, they're usually like $3 a pound if you're lucky at like a standard health food store or whatever. And usually they're not so good because you don't get the pick of the litter. I got to go through the whole pallet and get the few cases I saw that were super ripe. So that's one case there. Let me go ahead and show you guys this case. I'm so proud of my papaya find. Ugh. Here's the second case. Also looking super good. And actually after my green juice, I think I got to eat some raspberries and papayas today. Oh, and for longevity's sake, store your papayas between 55 to 60 degrees. They don't like to be stored colder. They could get the cold damage. You know, tropical fruits don't like cold temperatures because they're not used to it. My last fruit score I want to show you guys before I pop out all my vegetables. I put them to the side, so we're just going to basically load them back in the car and then unload them to make it fun, one by one. So basically I stopped at the Cal Poly Pomona Farm Store. They never failed to impress. And we got these guys. These are known as fruas or cocktail grapefruits. These can be very difficult to find. I love the cocktail grapefruits because they're the sweetest grapefruits you will find. For sure, like very low acid, super sweet, super delicious. I made a recent juice, link down below for my discount juicers channel, where I actually juice the grapefruit with the rind with purple carrots in the vacuum blender. Makes a nice thick juice due to all the pectin content in the rind, plus all the nutrition. So I would caution you guys against just squeezing out the juice, because that's a totally different beast. I mean, the juice I made, because also I got the seeds, there's lots of seeds in there for some of the benefits of the seeds, although the grapefruits can make you sun sensitive as I'm sitting here in the sun, so you might want to just try to not eat a lot of them, and you might burn easier in the summertime, so maybe kind of try to focus on eating these in the winter, and we're just getting out the winter, although the weather's getting warmer. So these guys, fruas, cocktail grapefruits, 59 cents a pound, nice and ripe, ready to eat. And of course, tribute to Novely, one of my ex-girlfriends back in the day who's no longer with us due to head-on collision. We got the Nova tangerines. These guys were $1.29 each, and I picked through to get all the ones that are wrinkled. I don't know if you guys can see that. They're wrinkled. Super ripe, basically, no acid, really juicy, and these were great snacking tangerines to eat on my drive home to stay hydrated. They're quite delicious. Now I get to show you guys my plant haul, and this is basically where I get most of the vegetables that I eat out of my garden. And this will be for the upcoming season. Starting to plant now, actually March, and then I'll be having these probably through November. All these plants will live that long in my garden, pretty much. First flat I got coming out from CPG Nursery, link down below to my Growing Your Greens gardening channel. The nursery I love to go to in SoCal. I get wholesale plant starts. And here's the thing, guys, I've been saying this for a long time. It's better to buy plants than to buy the finished fruits and vegetables. Why? You eat the fruits and vegetables once and they're gone. Maybe you could replant the seeds if they're fruits and whatnot, and you could get a new plant in years. But when you buy plant starts, like I'm literally gonna plant these basils in my garden, and I'm gonna have fresh cut, fresh, ready to eat basil for the whole summer. Probably starting in April, I'll be able to start harvesting small amounts of my basil to have. And I don't know if you guys priced basil lately, but it's quite expensive. The other thing about basil is that it does not ship or travel well. Once they harvest it and put it in a fridge, it starts to turn brown, black, you lose the flavor, not as nutritious anymore. And I got mostly the purple basil that I'm growing. Next, coming out also from CPG, we got basically 36 baby sweet banana peppers. These grow the best for me in my climate. Lots of nice sweet peppers to eat. 6 packs, and you know, it saves me about like 1/3 the money to buy them in LA than to buy them at the local nursery. Plus I have a better availability, wider selection, and I could pick out actually better and healthier plants. Right, next coming out, we got a mixed flat. We got some baby basil in there. We got some Lola Rosa red lettuce. We got some nasturtium, as well as some celtuce, which is a stem lettuce grown for the delicious stems, also from CPG. Next, we got these tomatoes, and these are actually purple indigo tomatoes. So these tomatoes will be like deep, rich purple black, rich in anthocyanins, bred up in Oregon. And these tomatoes are actually from Toro Nursery in Torrance. Next coming out, we got some peppers. We got mostly Carmen peppers in this batch, plus a few assorted hot peppers. This is actually from United Plant Growers in Long Beach. They had like nice 4-inch size peppers that are actually a good size, and I think this was about a little bit over $1 per each 4-inch. And locally, I think 4 inches are like $3.49 or something each, so that like saves me a ton of cash. Love those peppers so much. We got more sweet banana peppers, another whole flat of them. Once again, a little bit over $1 per plant. Each one of these plants is going to produce lots of peppers. I think just last year, I mean, each plant at fruit offset, some of my plants produced like 12 peppers per plant, and then they would just, ripen over the season and then make more during the season. 3 more flats coming out. Another flat of sweet banana peppers, basically in the 4-inch pots. Yeah, I love this use plant starts to grow in my garden instead of starting from seed, because the nursery has done all the hard work for me, getting it to germinate, getting it to a nice size, getting it to be healthy. I just pop these in my healthy soil in the backyard, let the sun, the water do its work, and maybe spray with compost tea and some other things. And I got peppers to eat. Link down below to my gardening channel so you guys can learn how to grow your own food. That's being the ultimate plant-based eater, to source your own food from your backyard. Next flat coming out, also more sweet banana peppers. That was a flat of 16 on the 4-inchers, but when I buy them like this, I get 36 plants. So like twice as many plants, actually for a little bit less money actually, but they're more younger. So I'll probably pot these up into larger sizes pots and grow them for a little bit before I put them into my garden. So as you can tell, sweet bananas, usually pretty hard to find in the local area. The store's usually sold out. Last flat of plant starts coming out right here. We got basically all edible flowers. We got edible calendulas and edible marigold. Wow, they smell amazing. Yeah, I want to encourage you guys to pick some edible flower petals to add to your salads. Not only do they contain things like lutein and zeaxanthin that are good for your eyes, but they also have other plant phytochemicals and also known as phytonutrients for you guys to eat. So I love growing my flowers, not only for the beauty they provide my eyes, but for the health. All right, so if you guys are wondering like, John, why don't you buy any vegetables? That's because I grow my vegetables. Like, I want to say I grow all my vegetables, but my goal is to grow as many vegetables as I possibly can, and usually I pretty much meet my needs, especially from my winter garden. Of course, in summer I grow lots of different vegetables. This is my winter garden. You guys are seeing I got like red, purple bok choy with just standard green bok choy, Napa cabbage over there. Over on this side we got different kinds of kales, including white Casper kale, Siberian kale, red Russian kale, dinosaur kale. We got some cauliflower greens growing in here, like red Brussels sprouts, all kinds of food growing in my garden. My goal is to actually eat out of my garden first, so prepare meals based around what I have growing, because it is more nutritious, it's freshly picked, it doesn't degrade. I've used the best practices to grow high quality food, and this is something you cannot control when you just simply go to the wholesale produce terminal or even farmers markets. You don't know how the farmer's growing it, you don't know what they're spraying on it, you don't know how they're making their soil healthier, and you could ask them when they picked it if you trust them. But basically all the vegetables I grow, I only pick it right before I'm gonna process it, and then eat it. And so this way I have higher levels of nutrition than most people on a raw foods diet. I've also been doing this a lot longer than most people on a raw foods diet, so hopefully you're gonna learn from some of my techniques. Now this is only half of my garden. Let me show you guys the other half where I even have more leafy greens and vegetables growing. This is the other half of my garden where I have lots more. I have like 20 of these round circular raised beds, each with something different growing in there. So I want you guys, as much as most of you guys probably only watched the beginning of this video to see all like my fruit haul and vegetables that I bought at the produce terminal. What many of you guys don't understand is that I grow a lot of my own food, and encourage you guys to grow as much food as you guys possibly can. If you don't have I live in a standard American tract house, and I'm able to meet the majority of my vegetable needs by growing my own food. So start a garden. Spring is here. It's about the time you want to start planting and setting it up and start growing some food. Link down below. My Growing Your Greens YouTube channel, where I teach you guys how to grow your own food, high quality food, so you guys could no longer be a slave to the industry and the food that is being grown for you. Yeah, just lots of just lettuces over on this side, onions, got my mint coming up, arugula, parsley, cilantro, fig trees, goji berries are starting to, get back into season, starting to put on new spring foliage. Yeah, so I'm just having fun in life, and I'm here to share with you guys what I do in case you guys are interested. Plus share with you guys tips on selecting produce, how to get the best deals. If you guys have never shopped the LA Produce Terminal, link down below for a video I made many years ago on how to shop the produce terminal. I need to make an updated video, but pretty much the majority of the info in that video is still valid. If you guys live even within 4 hours of the produce terminal and you guys eat lots of fruits and veg, I'd encourage you guys to go there. Not only is it a fun time, but you're going to definitely save some money, have access to foods that you wouldn't maybe normally be able to find, some more specialty and rare fruits and vegetables, and yeah, just save tons of money like I have today. If you guys enjoy my produce hauls and what I'm buying and me growing in my garden, hey, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also be sure to share this video with somebody else you think could help. Hey, thumbs it up in this video could help out the algorithm to get this and my message out to more people. Also be sure to click that subscribe button right down below so you don't miss out on my new and upcoming episodes. I can find every 5 to 7 days. You don't know where I show up or what you'll be learning on my YouTube channel to enrich your health. Make sure you click the bell so you get notified as my new videos come out. And finally, be sure to check my past episodes. My past episodes are a wealth of knowledge. Over 600 episodes at this time on this YouTube channel, dedicated to teach you guys all about eating more fresh fruits and vegetables, how to make it affordable, and how to have the best fruits and vegetables to enhance your health. So with that, my name is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. We'll see you next time, and until then, remember, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables. They're always the best.